Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Hi, my name is Ronnie. Today we're going to make this pot holder. This is double thick and really nice. I normally use Red Heart yarn. This yarn is, I think it's spearmint. And that's what I'll be using today. You can use any kind of yarn you want, including cotton. I've always made my pot holders with Red Heart. Beforehand, I never knew there was that big of a difference between cotton and acrylic. I've never had any complaints with my Red Heart yarn with my pot holders. I've made tons of them and sold several of them. My mom was a big fan of them. Anyway, so this is what I'm using today. You will also need a pair of scissors, 5mm hook. If you have big stitches, I suggest you use a 4mm hook. You will need at least 5 stitch markers, and I'll tell you what they are for after a while. And you may need a darning needle to weave in your ends. So get your hook, your yarn, and let's begin. So we're going to start off with the slip knot on our hook. And you're going to chain 25. And I'm not going to make you watch me chain 25, so I'll be back. So now that you have your 25 chains, we're going to place 1 single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, giving us 24 stitches across. And you're just going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch around. You can do it however you like to do it, but I'm going in the back bumps because I like the way my pattern looks when I'm done. My bottom row will match my top row. So go ahead and finish this row, and I'll meet back up with you when I reach the end. So this is what you should have. Your work should be all curly. Just stretch it out. It'll come out of that for a little while anyway. Your ends will curl up, but that's normal. So now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. And we're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And we're going to do this for a total of 30 rows. I know single crochet rows can be really hard to count if you get lost. So this is what I do. Every 5th row, I come over to the end and I pull up a little stitch. It's from the chain 1, and I place a stitch marker. Just like that. On every 5th row. So now go ahead and place 1 single crochet in each stitch across. At the end of each row, you will have 24 stitches. Once I get my 30 rows done, I will return. And we'll go from there. Be back in a jiffy. Alright, I got my piece done. And this is what it should look like. Have all these little stitch markers on the side from where I counted. You will need to make 2 pieces. Excuse me. You'll need to make 2 pieces. So now I'm just going to take all my stitch markers out. And I'm going to hold them together. Whoops, I missed one. You can go ahead and weave in your ends if you want, but I'm just going to put them in the middle of the paw holders. You can even tie them together and then place them in there. So now what do I do with the stitch markers? I place a stitch marker in each corner to kind of hold them together. And if you like, you can also place, let me put the stitch marker in. Whoops. You can also place stitch markers in the middle of the work. So I'm going to put my stitch markers in. I don't want to bore you with watching me do that. Just going to place one in each corner and maybe one in the middle. And then I'll be right back. And we'll go from there. There. This is what my paw holder looks like so far. So now we need to make a slip knot on our hooks. And we're going to pick a corner. Doesn't matter what corner, just a corner. And you're going to go through both sides. It's time to crochet these together. I'm going to work over my tail. And I'm going to make 3 single crochets in each corner. Then I'm going to place a single crochet in each row down the side. Make sure you're going through the front part and the back part. And it can be tricky to make them even. But if you go in each row, then you should be all right. So I'm going to finish this row and then I'll meet back up with you at the corner. Okay, so I made it to the corner and we're going to place 3 single crochets in the same stitch. That makes us turn the corner. So now this part should be easier because the stitches are already there I'm just going to follow them across. So this will be your repeat for the rest of this square. 1 single crochet in each stitch across on the top and on the bottom. On the side, you're going to place 1 single crochet in each row, and then in the corners you're going to place 3 single crochets. So please do this all the way around, and once mine is done, I'll come back and show you the finished product. I'll be right back. Alright, so there you go. Paw holder is done. So now I have 2. I'll get my tape measure and we'll measure these. Now these paw holders, you can make them any size you want. You can make them squares. I've made several different sizes. I've chained 20 and made 25 rows, or 15 and 20 rows. Or you can make them chain 20 and make 20 rows. That all depends on you and what you want to do. But for this tutorial, see, my hand's pretty small up against that, but it's nice and thick, and so heat will not come through it. Okay, so this paw holder is 7 inches wide and 8 inches tall. So like I say, you can make them however you want. I really hope you like this video. I will show you what the next several, well, I'll just show you what's up next. Where'd it go? It's not fully done yet, but it will be when it's time to do the video. This is the flower that I'm making next. I think it'll be really gorgeous in a multiple color. So, if you've liked this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to all. That way you'll be notified of all of my uploads. I just recently did a face scrubby tutorial, and before that I did a giveaway. So, be sure to be on the lookout for my new videos. If you did like it, however, I would greatly appreciate it if you like this video. And if you have any questions or concerns or just want to comment, please do so in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please be safe out there. Bye.